What's up, Becky, random nerd? Who else is in here? I think that's it. Guys, what are you up to? Sonny, listen, man, this one's for you. You got the stealth bomber on live, ready to make a strafing run. Listen, I don't know if tonight's going to be as action-packed as some of these other hunts. Seth and I, because there's two of us, decided to trek into a spot that I would normally hunt during the rut, but we wanted to get in here and see what it looks like. There's a lot of red oak in here, not very many white oak, but we are set up here with about 5 or 6 white oaks. And there's some sign right under these trees, but it's buck sign. Becky, how are you? You're keeping me motivated, you know it. So with the possibility of like a true giant coming in tonight, I'm gonna try to stay still. I'm gonna try not to hype up the live, so I'll have to let you guys do that in the chat. But believe me, I am super anxious here. And if any buck comes in, we're gonna try to let Seth get a shot first. And then we will have the monumental task of getting it out of here. I mean monumental. Seth is right there, by the way. Becky, I am always hurting. Always. My feet were so bad when I got out of the truck. I almost fell on my face. Then I get moving around, get a little stretch in, and I start to feel a little better. But that's one of the reasons why I send it so hard right now. I don't know when my last season's gonna be. It might be 5 years from now, it might be 15 or 20, I don't know. I will have to have my back fixed. That's a no-brainer, it's coming. Yes, somebody always has it worse. I wake up and I'm thankful just to be sucking down air. Any luck? Lulabelle, this guy right here, he shot one this morning on our live. And we saw a ton of deer this morning. Oh, Seth got on. He's sitting over there watching. But nothing here yet this evening. I have a feeling this is going to be like Wednesday's hunt. This will be at 5 minutes before dark. And if it's anything, it's going to be a buck. I've seen very few does in here outside of the rut, but the bucks will chase them on to this point. We're just on a big point. We've got reservoir on both sides. We've got the wind in our face this way, expecting deer to approach from down there. TJ, you tell him, Seth, you're supposed to be paying attention because it's not like I'm going to see him. What's up, P? Love you too, bro. Oh, yeah. Again, we're slinging sticks out of the bear recurve. Ponch, we are hunting in Maryland. I say we because my buddy Seth is right there. He shot one this morning. Wow. Why phone do that? I'm trying to zoom in on him here. Oh, yeah. He's shooting a white, I can't remember what model it is. It's a nice bow. Thanks, TJ. He appreciates that. He shot a doe. Punch, I really I like the bear. I started hunting with a trad bow last year for the first year. I shot 4 with it last year. I've got 1 with it this year so far. I have a couple of other trad bows. I've got a striker. I've got a black hunter. I just have a lot of luck hitting deer right where I need to hit them with this bow. Where is it? We dropped that deer off at a local butcher to turn it into bologna and hot dogs. I have been watching too much Predator. Guys, I'm telling you, I think one of my goals for the channel is to try to take live streaming for hunting. I don't know if it'll ever go mainstream. Maybe I'm the only weird one that's out there that really wants to do it. There's some folks on some other apps that do it. How serious they take it, I don't know. I mean, I've done what? 10 live streams, 12 live streams in the woods hunting deer. And we've shot 3 of them on the live stream. There it was, Sonny. That's the stealth bomber cruising over. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like there's an audience for it, so I'm gonna do it. It seems like it's been super successful. I've worked on one other YouTube channel. That was a pretty successful channel early on. We did a lot of shooting the bows live. But I am 40 days into a YouTube channel. Tonight on this live, we're going to break 1,000 subs. And within another week or 2, we'll get the 4,000 watch hours for monetization. So I think that says a lot about the type of content we're putting out. I think people generally want to see it. So we're going to run with it. DJ says you're sending some deer my way. Daz, raised. I'm still an infant. Glenn, I grew up around a bunch of butchers, man. Some pretty cool dudes, handy with a knife. Mike B, what's up? Yeah, guys, don't forget to double tap that screen. I'd like to get about 300 people on, 400 people on when we actually have deer under us. I think at some point this morning there was like, Ponch, hey, thank you, man. I love it. Glenn, you know Josie. Whatever you do, don't scare her off. I like her. She's nice. Are you out right now, Mike? What's Charles saying? Man, I've been sitting out all day. I haven't seen anything. Charles, we saw. I don't even know how many deer this morning, but Seth whacked one. We got that thing off to a butcher. And now we're back at it. Pine trees. Oh man, I hate climbing in pine trees because I'm a saddle hunter. It gets sap on my ropes. But I will, dude. Everybody give B-Dog the well wishes for a good one tonight. Give it up for B-Dog. We're all pulling for him to whack one. Thando, we're whispering because we're in the woods hunting deer. We didn't walk 5 miles. Maybe 4.5, dude. Calm down. Yeah, Josie is cool. She's cool as shit. 1980 climbing stand. Dude, I was born in 1980. Hi, Becky. Hi, Josie. Hey, TJ. Hi, Mike. Mike, I don't run too many cameras. I use a lot of previous info that I keep compiling on Onyx. I'll tell you what, any 100-inch buck or bigger is a shooter with the recurve. Last year I was lucky I shot 2 Pope and Young bucks, but I shot them both with the Matthews. Alright, Charles, you better get after it. I love this stuff. Everybody out hunting, watching the line, passing the time. Hey, TJ. Um, no, Mike, my thoughts are this. I didn't shoot a buck with the recurve yet because I'm only on year 2, and I shot the 2 bucks last year with the compound. So I just want to get it done. It's a goal, right? And it doesn't have to be a monster, to be quite honest. A 215-pound deer versus a 664 grain arrow out of a 45-pound recurve. That's a formidable task. Because those big bucks, man, they're like iron. Midori, we're hunting some deer, man. I got my buddy sitting over here. He's glassing. Hey, don't say that, man. Like a lot of people start giving you crap right now, and I'll get mad because I don't care what you hunt with. Hunt with what you feel most comfortable with and what's most ethical for you to share with. yards and in, maybe 25 if the situation's perfect. But that doe I shot Wednesday, high angle shot, like 27 feet in a tree, 18 yards out, 19 yards out. Blasted her 2 inches from the spine. Got a clean past her right in the pocket on the opposite side. I did not hit the heart, but I went through both lungs, and that deer went 52 steps. Yeah, it is Seth. He's over there. Look, Josie, he's over there. He took off work today to hang out. So we're working on filling his freezer. And he's munching on a peanut butter and jelly. NASCAR, I do process a lot of my deer. Most of my Pennsylvania deer, I'll process myself. When we're hunting Maryland, there are a bunch of CWD regulations that require me to either butcher it in the field or take it to a local butcher. I'm not allowed to transport one to Pennsylvania whole. I've got to take all the high-risk CWD parts out, which isn't bad. I'm set up. I have a cooler. I can hang one in a tree and quarter it in about 20 minutes. But with that doe this morning, there's a special place down here that makes some really amazing things. Just wanted to drop that off, have some early season snacks for the hunt this year. And then a lot of it ends up going into ground meat. A lot of stew meat, neck roast. I love the shanks. I love the Dubray shanks. Peanut butter jelly time. TJ, I am using the Easton Legacy standard diameter shafts. They're 500 spine arrows, 8.3 grains per inch, and they're 32.5 inches long. I've got a 100 grain insert in there. I'm using some cheapo Amazon lighted nocks because they perform better than any of the high-end stuff that you pay 4 times as much for. And the arrows are tipped with a 250 grain VPA greenhead. They are single bevel with a left twist, left grind, I should say. Guys, check this out. We've got a down tree right here, and right under that leaning tree, there's a buck bed. He's able to get in there, get his back right up against that down tree with the wind blowing up from the reservoir. Look down the mountain and be able to see anything coming up, and he feels super secure. I have a feeling that that's an evening or nighttime bed when he comes up here on this point to feed on these white oaks that are dropping. He probably beds down there 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, then gets up to feed again and then heads back down the mountain. Becky, I appreciate that. I'm just trying to talk through setups. I think the way that you set up is probably more important than anything else you can do. Couple of quick facts for the folks that are new to the channel. I started hunting when I was 12 back in 1992. I took a 10-year hiatus somewhere between about 24 and 34 years old, where I didn't really hunt much. In the last 10 years, I've killed, 50 some deer. 78. And in the last 6 or 7 years, I've really concentrated on hammering the big bucks. Like I said earlier, last year I shot 2 Pope and Young bucks with the bow. I mean, both of them are barely. One's a 125 and some change, and the other one's a 135 and some change. And you don't have to sleep. You can stay up and watch the live. Or you can go to sleep and just leave the live on. It's gonna get crazy here in a little bit when the deer show up. It's gonna go nuts. We are self-filming the hunts as well. I'm running a Canon EOS R50. I've got a 100 to 300 millimeter lens on there now. As the low light starts to come into play, I have a 50 millimeter low light lens that I'll drop on there. And at 20 yards with that 50 millimeter lens, I can still pretty much get a full frame shot of the deer. We're running a GoPro Hero 11 for a lot of the other shots. And of course we've got the Samsung Galaxy S25 for the live. And for a lot of the handheld shots. I also run a Sony AX53. I do have the buck fever. Molly, we are in Maryland. Jose, yep, we are in Maryland. Ripping lips. We haven't seen anything yet this evening, but Seth shot a doe this morning. I used to be a commando, man. I gave it up. Well, we haven't really found much of anything yet, but we're in a pretty good spot for a buck to cruise through here this evening. Josie, last Thursday, I sat in a spot where I shot that 12 point last year. I had a bruiser of a buck. I don't know how big. It was getting pretty late. Kind of dark. And I think he was still in velvet. But I had him at 14 yards. I just wasn't fast enough to get a shot off with the longbow. And I certainly wouldn't have been able to get it on film. I just decided that he was big enough that if I didn't get it on film, that was fine. I didn't have time to turn cameras on or do anything. He just popped out of a ditch at 22 yards and was through a little hole at 14 in 5 seconds. Willy-nilly, thank you. But Josie, I got a couple of really good bucks picked out for Pennsylvania. There was like a 150 12 point. I made a short about him. It was one of my first shorts. I was seeing him every day in the late season, January. And I know he's still around. Then there's another big 10 point, like a 125 last year. He'll probably be 135, 140 this year. Because I think they're both young bucks. I think they're both 3-year-old bucks. And hey, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, what we do is it's kind of out there. See, I saw another buck that evening too. When he went down over the hill, this one kind of bumped around, and it was probably a bigger buck. But I'm looking at him at 80 yards at 5 minutes till last light with the naked eye. I couldn't tell you exactly how big he was. He was tall, but I have no idea how wide he was or how many points he has. Seth, I'm kind of beat, dude. I need another nap. The Illuminati. That wasn't last night. That was 2 nights ago, right? Yeah. Seth's tired, man. He was dragging deer all morning. Zion, hey. Appreciate you tuning in from Scotland, man. I love it. TJ Bugs Bunny. TJ, did you buy a Maryland license? There's Seth. Guys, don't forget, double tap that screen if you like the channel. No matter what, we are breaking 1,000 subs tonight. 1,000 subs. I started the channel on August 19th, so we are the 25th today, or 26, right? We are 37 days into a YouTube channel, and we've managed to get 1,000 subscribers. That's incredible. And I have nobody to thank but all of you folks that jump on the live and just go nuts. Dutch, I don't think I'm part of the new generation of hunting. What I'm trying to do is bring hunting to the new generation. Try to teach them how the old guys did it. Because I'm pretty old already. What? I'm not. No, I'm pretty old. Bobby, I got a Matthews V3X. I love that bow. But I love the trad bow stuff even more. And I know what? What do I know? Salt glaze hunter. Oh shit, we got deer. of them at about 50 yards. Kind of feeding. They come in directly downwind of us. So they may have gotten our wind. I'm not sure. Seth, do you think they got our wind? No, we've got 4 of them right now in front of us. I'm sorry I missed the comments, but if you guys felt somebody needed to go, I appreciate it. Thanks, Justin. We will address the email here when we can. Right now I'm fighting off the mosquitoes, and I've got 4 deer in front of us at like, I don't know, 60 some yards. Seth, do you think they saw us, or do you think they were just downwind? Kyle the mountain biker, how are you? We've got deer almost in range. Yeah, I know, I have them on camera, Seth. They just seem like they move past us pretty quick. They're gonna come right back up in here. They wanna get to these white oaks, man. Guys, there's a good chance Seth shoots another deer here on the live. I thought this would be a late evening spot, but it's turning out to be pretty fire. Yeah, we hunting. No, they're at 70 yards. They're walking around like crazy. I can't even hear them. They look like they're coming right, well, I don't know. Maybe they're going down off. I don't think we spooked them. Seth, if you get them in range, take a shot. There's actually 5 of them. Seth, if you want to kill a big doe and you get it close enough, take a shot. I got you. We'll get it out of here. They're probably only 40 yards from Seth right now. Coming closer. Alright, Seth just told me there's 6 of them. All I'm trying to do is get them on camera. They're everywhere. TJ, we might need you to come help drag, buddy. I might have to get set up for a shot. Those are some nice does, man. Bro, where else can you watch somebody hunt that does this? You can't. You can't watch this on a hunting show. You can't interact with the people. You can't chat with them, talk about it, and have fun. That's a big doe right there. Shoot one. Shoot one. Shoot one. Seth's like, nah, I ain't shooting one. There she goes. Yo. That's the real deal right there. Charles, send me an email at longbowluminary@gmail.com and I will link up with you. There are so many deer right here, it's unreal. these deer are within 30 yards of Seth, but I think he doesn't want to shoot another doe. Seth, shoot one of them deer. Shoot one, Seth. Seth says there's 7 of them there. I don't know, Seth's only in here for bucks apparently. I gotta give my foot a break. Well, that just happened. TJ says shoot one for me, Seth. When they came back through, what were they, 30 yards? Justin, we've seen probably 22 or 23 so far today. Seth, I think something spooked them up over the hill towards us, because they kind of came running in. Just keep an eye on them, because they are downwind of us right now. Dando, we're a long way from a vehicle. We come in here just to try to shoot a buck. Justin, where exactly are you located? The damn bird. Yeah, I'm not sure how far that is from where I'm at in Baltimore County. I'm right on 83, just into Maryland. I can't believe Seth didn't let one of those deer have it. I'll tell you, Seth is a pretty patient guy. I would have been, smoking that meat. Look, if you're hanging out in the woods with me, you get too close, you'll probably get in the shaft. I'm just saying. That bird's about to get the shaft. Yeah, Justin, the challenge I have is I'm already an hour and 40 minutes from my house. So if you want to link up over here, I don't have a problem with that. Or if you wanted to link up, like, I don't know, just about anywhere. I've probably seen 100 deer since the start of the season, or real close to that. Maybe not quite 100, maybe more like 75. I don't know. 80. I have to go back and watch some video. But we've shot 3 on the live stream so far this year. Nate, what's going on? And Keith, how are you? Guys, we got a buck coming in. That's what we're after. Now Seth's messing with me. He's getting the shaft. Seth's messing with me, man. Bro, we can help you fill that freezer, bro. Guys, don't be fooled too much. I mean, I know we're showing you a lot of deer. We're having a lot of fun. But for me, this was a 10-year culminating event. I have literally spent the last 10 years living in the woods in deer season, collecting information, and hunting my absolute tail off. But we are not opposed to showing some folks where anybody that's having trouble probably has some holes in their strategy, and we can fix that for sure. Jay Sharp, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, John paid to hunt next week. That's what I'm talking about. Mason, no, he passed and they moved off. Nate, we do have a lot of fun. We might get into the rattling a little bit next week. I've seen very little buck sign yet. Very little scrapes, maybe 4 scrapes total so far this year. And only a couple of rubs, maybe a dozen. Josie's got deer poop around the blind. Kyle, you just have to stay at it, man. Keep doing good stuff. Yeah. It is game over, man. I think I'd rather fight a rhino than encounter this dude. Shush. That's not true. Alright, Justin. You said you sent me an email, right? If your contact info's in there, I'll send you a text later. Good night. I'm getting old too. That's why I don't know how long I'll be doing it. Sonny he calls me the stealth bomber because we're just dropping bombs, DFA. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys talk because I can't even keep up. You guys have at it in the chat. Don't forget to smash that like button, double tap that screen, and subscribe. We're breaking 1,000 subs tonight. 37 days into a new channel and we're breaking 1,000 subs. It don't matter. J Sharps get better. Seth's hopping off the live. No, don't go, buddy. I put him in the spot, man. He's covered in deer over there. I'm sitting here looking at a dang computer screen and video and this stuff. I played these games before. Guys, what do you think of Squid Games? My kid is a huge fan of Squid Games. He's played these games before. I won't hold it against you, Kyle. I'm not really a fan either, but kid gets all excited about it. I've become a professional Dalgona cookie maker in my spare time. I don't know, Seth's over here making bow hunting look easy. The longbow luminary and Seth making bow hunting look easy. It's crazy, he didn't even pick up his bow. He's like, nah, I'm not shooting another one, dude. Holy cow, 300 yards with a muzzle loader. That's an insane shot. Got any bait? No, we don't use bait. We hunt all public. And in Maryland and Pennsylvania, you can't use bait on public. I don't even use any scents or lures or any of that. We need some deer steak. TJ, we got all kinds of deer steak. I still got some ground from last year. We're over the best bait there is, man, white oaks. Right now, if you can find white oaks with a sign under it, just sit in that tree, you're gonna see deer. Yeah. I don't know how those apples got there. I process a lot of mine. My Maryland deer this year, I'm just dropping them all off at All Stars and having them make that freaking bologna they make. It's amazing. And after I shoot about 2 more, I'm just gonna be donating, I believe. Kiara, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. really don't want it to get dark, because that means I gotta walk out of here. Why didn't you shoot one? I know. I'm still looking at Seth like, why didn't you shoot those deer, dude? There were some big fat hogs there. Alright, Kyle, have a good evening, man. If we don't shoot a big buck and I don't die getting it out of here, I'm gonna probably hunt tomorrow morning, so I'll go live if I do. And then Monday morning for sure. 7 a.m. Jay, that's terrible. We missed some monsters. Alright, bye, Kyle. Thanks for jumping on. Richard, sorry you got rained on, man. I got rained on Wednesday. Bad. I don't need any more doe tags. I got too many. Daniel Kelly, what's the warning about? Good night, Munchie. There you go. Do your thing, bro. Stunt Max, what's going on? How are you? Seth, you're a deer magnet. I'm bringing you every time I come out. Every time we see, all we have to do is climb a tree and fucking deer run right to you. This guy's a deer magnet. This is just my back strap. That's all it is. That's a Latitude back strap. Stunt Max, we sure did. We posted some pictures to the community page, and we took that thing. I watched it die. I wasn't gonna tell him that, but I saw exactly where it was. I just couldn't see it in the bush from the tree. Guys, I don't think that's a car. I think that's a boat. zest and spice. What's going on? We're in Baltimore County, Maryland. All right, Charles. I will be in touch. Seth, turn that down. I can hear it from all the way over here. We're running the Bear Super Grizzly. No, we haven't seen any bucks today. We just had 7 does pile through here about 20 minutes ago. It ain't a bucker. Do you really want to know what Seth's doing right now? He's the one choking that bird. That's why it's making all that noise. Trey, the one I shot or the one Seth shot? Seth shot a little one. It's not very big. The one I shot was probably 90 pounds. No hogs. I've never seen a hog in Maryland. No wild boars. Yeah, guys, you heard me right. That's a chicken, and Seth is over there choking it right now. Gorilla Radio, what's up? Trey, that's awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, about a 7.5, dude. Yay. I've got to be a little more responsible here as we get a little closer to dark, because we want to try to get it done with a buck here tonight. And I think Seth confirmed we are only hunting bucks. I got that message when he left the 7 does walk 30 yards beside him and he didn't shoot. Rombo for what state? We're in Maryland. My boy got a bow for this season. Yay. Not good, J Sharps. Probably a good choice. Yeah, it's 6:40 p.m. Sunset tonight is at 6:59. And then from there, we have 30 minutes, but it will be far too dark to shoot in woods. There's a guy behind me. He's right there. Later, Munchie. I think, quite honestly, I'm too tired to drag a deer off of this mountain. How about this, TJ? Can you hear this? Yeah, come on, you big buck. Get over here so I can shoot you. It's about time. Hey, TJ. It's about time to punch that time card. Do it. Gorilla, hey, thanks for the sub, man. We should be at 1K subs. 36 days into the new channel. I think that is phenomenal. That's incredible. That is. No. Vospira, this is not pre-recorded. If it were, I wouldn't be answering all of the constant messages that I get. And I can prove it to you. Ask me to touch my nose with my finger. Oh, I just did it. Wait, again. Oh yeah. Do it. Do it. I don't have to. I mean, I would gladly do it for you if it made you happy, Matt. Or Abby, I don't know which one you are, but I would do it. I just don't have to. Wave my ears. No, I'm not gonna wave my ears. Oh, Seth's at full draw. He's been at full draw for a minute now. That's an inside joke from this morning's live. Anybody that was on the live. Seth actually held at full draw for like a minute and a half before he shot this morning. It says 1,000 subs. Congratulations, bro. Yeah. Yes, Stu, he's using a compound. I can't believe he passed those deer up. We're hunting white-tailed deer, hunting bucks tonight. No, we're not hunting chicken, although Seth was over there choking a bird earlier. What I am going to do, I think if a buck comes up this ridge, it's coming from the left side. But I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I'm leaving the camera right where it's at. Because that's the side the does were on. TJ, have fun, dude. Josh, how are you? I don't know if there's moonshiners. Nelu, what's up? Nick, what's up from Ohio? How's the EHD thing going over there, man? I'm wearing a tree diaper, Nick. Yeah. Guys, thanks for all the support. Keep double tapping that screen. Give me a thumbs up. We got Seth over here working his tail off. He's glassing the ridge for bucks right now. He might actually be watching one. Maybe not. Nah, maybe we'll just get down now. We'll get down and leave. Yep, I think in about 3 minutes we're gonna hang it up. Make that 7-mile walk out of the woods. Nah, man, this is like the golden hour. This is where the magic happens. And I probably should swap out to my 50mm lens. What do we got here? 7 o'clock almost. 6:48. Yeah, it's time to go to the low light camera lens, guys. 700 by 300 millimeter lens for the Canon. My dad used to tan my hide when I was a kid. Stu, there's a good possibility. I'm not 100% sure yet. it's a saddle. It's a lot like a playground swing. I'm girth hitched to the tree with about a 40-foot rope. I got a platform underneath me that I stand on, and later on I'll just reach down and grab the platform and then rappel down out of the tree. Like a little tree ninja. Man, it's gonna get dark here soon. Still, I like to be at 25 to 30 feet. Today I'm limited by a couple of branches right above me. I'm probably only at like 21 feet. But I feel exposed. Yeah, I don't think, man. They hunt a lot of boar in Sweden, don't they? Jake, I can't help it, man. I'm addicted. Addicted to eating. Kinda got to. Thanks, Jay. I picked that one up last year when I broke the riser from my striker. Since then, I've killed 5 deer with it. Seth thinks he smells one. Lucas, it's about go time. Seth shot one this morning. About a half hour ago, we had 7 of them come by, hang out and feed, and then turn around and come back. Jay and Mom were hunting white-tailed deer. No, we're not. We are a couple miles from that. Maryland. The great state of Maryland. Thanks, Lucas. We are in countdown mode to darkness. thought setting up here we would see bucks just at last light cruising through. So if you're on the live right now, go ahead, hit that double tap quick, like the live, and then buckle in because it could get really crazy here real fast. I will, TJ. I just got a text message from my wife. She's making carrots for dinner with chicken barbecue. Oh my God, I should be at home right now. Why can't the bucks ever move at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Why do I always gotta shoot them at 5 minutes before last light? Joseph, we're hunting for deer. Gorilla, you're welcome anytime, dude. I thought Seth was lining up for a shot over here. Boy, it got quiet, but it got loud at the same time, you know what I mean? Now the wife's telling me she just saw a doe walking in the backyard. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, carrots with butter. Joseph, you better subscribe, man. In the last, 9 days, we've shot 3 deer on live. And we might do it here in a couple minutes. It's about time I punch that time card. Crocky, how are you? Anything goes, what's up? I think I'm calling for an airlift to get me out of the woods tonight. We are probably down to the final 10 minutes of shooting light. TJ. Well, guys, I think the sun has set on another awesome adventure. We'll probably see 10 on the way to the back of the truck. Yeah. Alright, guys, quick recap, right? We saw a bunch of deer this morning. Seth shot one. I videoed. Pretty awesome morning. Took a deer to the butcher. Got some food. And we moved over here to a new spot. We climbed up into a tree about 4 o'clock. We had very little movement up until, I don't know, then hell broke loose. We had a total of 7 deer come in past Seth. They walked past him at like 35 yards. They fed down here on this finger a little bit. Then 15 or 20 minutes later, they turn around and walk right back past him. Interestingly enough, those deer were all downwind of us. Imagine that. Anyway, we're not shooting deer in here this evening because it's way too far of a drag to shoot a doe and drag her around, but we would shoot bucks. We're in here after big bucks. We're going to try to go live in the morning tomorrow. If I don't see you, I'll do something else on the live, like shoot the bow. Maybe go to the indoor range, hang out, whatevs. But I appreciate everybody jumping on. It's been a blast. You all take care. Have a good evening.